Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
What's going on YouTube? It's Filthy and we're back with another video. Today we're looking at the Nova Necro Season 27 PTR. Obviously everything is subject to change on PTR. I don't think this will get changed. I'm hoping it goes to live as it is. Very fun and yeah, quite powerful. Big explosions, which is pretty good. Early-ish in the morning, I've got a cup of tea. I'm hoping we're going to beat the lag because that was horrific in yesterday's Crusader video. Thumbs up always brightens my day. Let's just go blast a rift and we'll do the build when we get back. Really pleased that they've buffed this. It is one of my favourite skills in the game, the Death Nova. It was, I think, one of the first builds that we ever did on the channel. This is not a good sign, guys. This is not a good sign. It's got tremendous AoE. It's got absolutely woeful single target. Oh, Blizzard, you're killing me. You're killing me, Blizzard. Look at this. I can hear him spawning. There we go. Right. Let's see how bad it is today. Yeah. Look at it. Jesus Christ. Yes, this build with density will absolutely wreck. You know, 100, 105, maybe we can get it up to 110. It feels, you know, a similar-ish kind of power, I guess, to the Crusader. Maybe a little better. Hard to kind of say, but, you know, bear in mind, we're only like 750 Paragon. We've got low-level gems. There's a bit of juice to squeeze out of that. So hopefully speaking, it'll be better. But stuff like that where you get, you know, you get a nice big group of mobs. It's just lovely. Oh, we nearly left the single yellow. Now you might see the procking of the Cord of Sherma. The follower's got that. I think that's worth taking for this kind of Necro build because it just gives you access to extra Crispin Sentence procs, which give you the huge damage, obviously. So here we go. If I get anything in there, we'll be blinded. That would be great. We'd get a load of extra damage. You can double up. You can try and take the Blind Faith Helm on the follower, so they get like a pretty big chance to blind on hit. It's not. That's just a single monster though, so you know it's no biggie. We've got an insane amount of life. We've got like 8.5 million. That's quite funny. That's a lot of life, man. So it's very tanky. You know, we've got no real worries, and provided we're killing stuff, we're regenning that life very, very fast, which is good. We've also worked in the new Guardian set, which helps us have this obscene life pool because it gives us all the extra vitality. It gives us extra damage as well because it's a bit of main stat. Single target is horrific, so I would highly recommend skipping Juggernauts. Unless you get enough stuff around them like this might be okay. We might be able to get this guy because there might have been enough stuff around him, yeah. But if the dude is on their own, you just have to kind of say, right, well that's it, I'm done, because it will take you a bit of time. I do only have a rank 25 stricken, so single target would be much better with a higher stricken, but still, even then, you know, it's much more effective to blast like these little bits of trash and stuff rather than trying to do single target stuff. Stricken, I think, unfortunately, even though this is a speed build, normally speaking, you're an idiot if you're putting a Stricken in. The single target on the Nova is so bad that I do think it's worth it. I mean, you can even at like 100, which you can blast through like absolute paper with this build. You still, really, the Rift Guardian sometimes can be a little slow. So the extra 25% damage is nice. And the stacking effect of the Stricken, obviously the higher you get it, the better that'll go. So, you know, you would get things fast. So another example here, Juggernaut. Even with the Oculus, you know, the only reason we could really kill that kind of efficiently, or somewhat efficiently, is because of the stuff around it. So it's a bit of a judgment call. You know, I'm stubborn. I always try and kill every monster, or lots of them. You know, it's like a slight on the ego, isn't it? If the Juggernaut won't go down, Yeah, this build's fun. I've always enjoyed Nova. It feels quite powerful, quite impactful. Not the fastest run, but again, you know, map not great, a little bit of lag and stuff. Obviously, using your bone armor dislocation to activate your crispins as well, so you've got kind of like a 1-2 punch, and you're really trying to save that for your physical cycle, like that. And Rift Guiding goes down pretty quick. Rift Guiding does not go down that quick without the Stricken. So, you know, I just think we may as well take it. But yeah, a lot of fun, not too bad. That was like 4 minutes, so without the lag, maybe we could have shaved a little bit off it. And we've got, you know, we've got some more juice potentially to go on it. Main stat 20k, pretty high, but again, a lot of that is because of the Guardians set. Right, so let's do the gear. Trag'Ouls, Blood Rush, and Siphon Blood gain every rune, which is cool. Blood Rush in particular has got some very nice ones. Where are we? Blood Rush. So we get extra armor, which is nice. We get a heal. All healing's doubled under Trag'Ouls. This is 4% heal, which is cool. We get a corpse. We don't actually consume any corpses at all, so that rune is completely worthless. No health cost from homeostasis. And we get double charges with metabolism, which is pretty good. For Siphon Blood, I'm not sure if much of this is particularly useful, but we do get a pull-in effect of all health globes, so, you know, that would help us out with life, not that we really need it. We get a slow, which is nice, activates Crispins. You know, obviously Bane of the Trap would do that anyway. Power Shift, which now applies to everything, is stacking damage. There's an item that affects this. This is just more damage. We gain Essence, don't care about that, we don't spend any. And we get a lot of health restored, 6% double to 12% whilst we're channeling, I think, which is pretty good. Nova, which is the damage dealer. Obviously, we have to do Blood Nova because we've got the Trag'Ouls on. We were doing the gear, weren't we? Not the skills. 4-piece. Whilst we're at full life, healing from skills is added to your maximum life for 45 seconds, up to 300% more. So, you know, we start with a pool of 2 million. As you saw, you can get that up to like 8 million life, which is just crackers ridiculous. Particularly when you pair it with the healing abilities you've got in this build. 6-piece life spending abilities now deal 10k damage, and healing is doubled, 100% extra. So a lot of damage from Death Nova. Now the Nova Blood type blade is just fantastic when you have enemies around you, so 400% for every enemy in 25 yards. You know, if you think this has got a radius of 25 yards, so anything you can see in that area, 400% damage. So, you know, if you get 20 or 30 enemies, 10 enemies in that, this blood type blade is working really hard, and it will crush stuff for you, which is great. The Funerary pick has been changed. We now get 2 additional targets draining from Siphon Blood. Each target takes an extra 300% damage, and Power Shift 20% per stack, and it benefits all skills. Iron Rose offhand has also been changed. We basically get 100% free Novas, so we don't actually cost life when we do this, or Essence, because the Siphon Blood makes it free with the Iron Rose. After we lose 10% of our life, Death Nova deals 48% increased damage up to for 60 seconds. You can get that up to 50, stacks 10 times. Now, what you will need to do sometimes, if you want to get this up as quick as possible, that's what she said, is you can blast manually some Death Novas, and that will take away your life. So, you know, you can get to there, because obviously 500% extra damage is a bit of a big deal. If you find yourself not doing much damage, it is possibly that this has dropped off. So maybe in some of those rifts where I'm saying the Rift Guardian's slow, maybe I've just been a bit dozy, and the Iron Rose has gone. We've got 5 pieces of the Trags. We've worked in the Stewart's Greaves. I don't like playing Necro speed builds without these, because it is really cool to Blood Rush and run around very fast. They could go into the cube, and you could drop your Dainty's Binding, which would free up an extra jewellery slot, and it also would free up a skill probably. Other essential things that we've got are the Crispins, so obviously we get the extra damage for slowed enemies, treble the effect for any other CC, so the blind off the cord of the Sherma the stun off the dislocation is just both lovely. Haunted Visions, because we are taking Simulacrum, which is why we get 3 Novas, so they will duplicate the skills. I'm not sure if the area that they go from adds to all the areas, or if it's just the area around the character for like the, you know, Blood Tide Blade bonus. But, you know, it's basically kind of like treble damage because there's now 3 of these Novas instead of 2. We do also have a convention of elements. So on physical rotation, we get a bunch of damage. So you're looking to really time bone armor with the physical. The Guardian set, which is new, again, base vitality is increased by 50%. And the 3-piece, we basically get 50% increase on int. This is on the equipped items, so I think it counts for augments and the stats on them, but it doesn't count for your Paragon points. But obviously, with the Echoing Nightmare still being a thing in the game, we can get 125 level augments, which would be pretty tasty. The Haunted Visions also make the Sims stay forever, so you know they will be forever with us on our journey. We've got Dainty's Binding for toughness, 50% damage reduction, and that is with Aura Frailty because I can't be asked cursing stuff myself. Now, another way to play this build, you can use Ore Guilds. You could drop the Dainties, put it on the character, and go for Ore Guilds, I guess. I just thought it'd be nice to use the Guardian set because it seems to synergize quite well with the Vitality. So this is how I've been playing it. You can also mess around with Brig's Wrath. I really don't like that, simply because it starts to become, instead of being a lazy, casual, easy, friendly build, it becomes a little bit stressful because you've got to actually like manually curse and like do a pull and then blow the pull up. Which to me, when I'm speed farming, I probably want to listen to podcasts, maybe watch Netflix, you know, whatever. You want to be chilled out, so I tend not to go for that. But you know, you certainly can do. Obviously, you're just gonna have to change the build slightly because you don't want to be dropping Crispins. You probably don't want to be dropping COE, so that means getting rid of the Rogue and wearing, you know, maybe 6 pieces of the Trag set. Death Nova damage goes on Helm. Death Nova damage goes on your boots. If you can get it on your offhand with some crit chance, that would be pretty tasty. Physical damage, crit on braces. Physical damage, double crit on your amulet. Double crit on your gloves. I've got attack speed and intelligence and vitality on my weapon. I think probably, I haven't even bothered rolling this because we are pretty pressed for time. But damage percent, I think, will probably be quite good. Multiplicative attack speed on the weapon, I think probably is handy because I guess the more times that you power shift Siphon Blood, the faster you build stacks and the faster you can proc your Novas with the Iron Rose. But again, that's something probably to check, I guess, max roll once people look at the mechanics. I did hear that the Funeral Pick was potentially bugged and it was doing a bit more damage than it was supposed to. So we do need to bear in mind that maybe that'll get fixed. There was a hot fix yesterday, so it might have been hot fixed in that. But as I say, as it stands, GR 100 to 105 speeds, certainly pretty possible. Is there anything else we want to say about the gear? I don't think so. Gems, Bane of the Trapped, just more damage, you know. As always, powerful, more damage against elites, more elite damage reduction, and then Stricken just for the boss kill. You can take the Invigorating Gemstone, which gives you insane healing. It also makes you CC immune, which is very nice because you know, you don't really want to be knocked about as the Necro, so that's a decent choice. Another one that I haven't tried, but also would make a bit of sense, would be the Gogok of Swiftness, just to get, again, more attack speed and a bit of dodge chance. But I think Stricken, like, nothing feels sucky. Like, Necro's got some weird builds. Like, Bone Spear's a little bit the same. Sometimes you can trash your Rift, really blast it, and then you get to the Guardian, and it feels kind of impotent. So, you know, Stricken will alleviate that. Think of it, Necro Viagra. That's what we're going with. Right, skills-wise, I think we've covered these two. Aura Frailty. This is actually quite handy again for the Guardian. It'll give us 15% you know, damage off them, which is nice. Blood and Bone we've covered, Blood Rush we've covered, Bone Armor we've covered, so I guess that's just passives. Dark Reaping, 2% life per kill whilst we have a Scythe. We have a Scythe, so that is handy. It is doubled, so it should be 4% life, so 4% of 8 million, that is a big-ass number, and that's per kill, you know, and if you think about it, if you've got lots of enemies around, Blood-Tad Blade, Death Nova, goes pop, and your life will just go whoosh straight up. Standalone, we've got 80% extra armor, because I think we lose 20% of this bonus for the simulacrums. Cheat Death, we've got Follower Cheat Death anyway, but a second one just in case something goes wrong. Particularly at the start of the Rift, you are squishy until you get your Trag stuff going. And then Swift Harvesting, again, I'm assuming attack speed makes a difference for Siphon Blood, so I've got this on. If it doesn't, there's probably not a terrible amount of great other options. It might well be Spreading Malediction, but I mean, that's going to give you 1% extra damage on the Rift Guardian. It's pretty much all it'll do. We're not spending life, so Blood for Blood is useless. We've got no desire for cooldown at all in this build, so Blood's power is useless. We're not using mages, we're not consuming corpses, we're not using the golem, essence does nothing. So yeah, honestly, we're really struggling, I think. You know, maybe you could take Wrathman's Shield for damage block for 4 seconds twice during the Rift. But yeah, there's not, passives wise, it's a bit crap. Right, I think that is probably it. It is a lot of fun. Hopefully the gameplay was not too laggy this time. It's annoying. I've been testing this morning and it's been absolutely fine. And as soon as we jump on to record, Blizz boxes us off with the lag. I've tried a bunch of stuff for single target other than the Stricken. I tried... what did I try? We tried some combos. I tried the pants. What are the pants with the bone spirit thing? Defiler Cruises? I don't know. The Defiler pants, they didn't work. I mean, it did damage, just didn't do much, because the thing is, the Blood Tide only benefits Death Nova. The Funerary Pick only does Death Nova. Same for the Corpse Whisper Pauldrons. I tried Blood Lancing. Didn't really do much. So, unless you're going to really swap the weapons and go like the Trag'Oul's Corroded Fang, which, you know, you're going to lose a lot from the Funerary Pick. You're basically going to take a lot of the damage away from Death Nova just to do single target. So, you know, it doesn't really seem particularly pointful to me. Maybe the season theme, the power. Again, I'm not really convinced this is doing a whole bunch for the build. It seems to release some of those bone spirits that I was talking about when you hit 5 times with Death Nova. The Golem power is not going to be used. And again, I can't remember what the third Necro power is. But aside from finding yourself a nice weapon, really, it's probably not doing very much. So again, I really do hope these weapons get buffed. It would be cool if they did a little bit more, and that might well change. If you find yourself a nice Funerary Pick, another good use of your Angelic Crucible would be your Iron Rose, because it's got a damage roll on it. So, you know, an ancient one of these with the max stats would be fantastic. Haunted Vision's not a bad shout. Amulet's probably not a bad shout at all, because eventually you're going to get one with double crit socket, and then you can just roll whatever element you want on it. And Crispies is quite a hard one to roll, so that's another one you could consider. But yeah, that's it. It's fun. It kind of feels similar to the Crusader. We'll have to see. I know Ratham's been nerfed. Have to see what is going on with Wizard, what's going on with Monk. But I think it's going to be a pretty solid season. And so far, the builds that we've played, quite impressed. I think it's going to be a good patch, albeit I would like the season theme to get a bit more love and a bit more juice. Right, I'm going on holiday now, which is why I've shaved, as well as no beard. I will see you soon. I will probably not be able to upload anything for a couple of weeks now, but I will carry on trying to get a bit of footage whilst I'm away, and then we'll be back with videos in about 2 weeks. Take it easy, guys. Peace.